speed, strength, or reflexes. Sometimes all become hopeless against the venom of a snake. With just one precise bite, everything begins to change very quickly. In many venomous snakes, the venom can rapidly affect the nervous system or cause the prey to gradually lose its ability to resist.
Rattlesnakes cut most.
Without the need for a long pursuit, they wait for the exact moment to deliver the decisive strike. Welcome to the brutal moments of venomous snakes hunting and their gruesome cannibalistic purges. Rattlesnake versus rat. Rats are nocturnal and extremely cunning in the dark. But against a rattlesnake, the darkness is completely useless. The rattlesnake possesses two heat-sensing pits located between its eyes and nostrils. This organ acts like a military infrared camera, allowing the rattlesnake to see the thermal radiation emitted from the rat's warm body in the form of a temperature map. Whether the rat hides behind a bush or stands completely still, it still appears brilliantly as a solitary glowing spot against the cold night background. The rattlesnake possesses one of the fastest strikes in the animal kingdom, taking only about 0.1 seconds, faster than the blink of a human eye. And the rat is almost completely unable to react in time. Its cytotoxic and hemotoxic venom is injected into the rat, beginning to destroy red blood cells, causing internal bleeding, and bringing the prey down within minutes. King Cobra. The King Cobra is not a righteous king. It is the most twisted and brutal assassin in the reptile kingdom. Despite not possessing the most toxic venom in the world, this uncrowned king still dominates the Asian forests thanks to its massive size of up to 5.5 meters in length, superior intelligence, and an extreme hunting instinct, specializing in cannibalism. Its scientific name, Ophiophagus, carries a blood-soaked meaning: the killer of snakes. The King Cobra's weapon of mass destruction lies in its massive volume of neurotoxic venom, powerful enough to paralyze the diaphragm and take down a 4-ton adult elephant in just 3 hours. This video provides a very clear look into the characteristic hunting behavior of the King Cobra.
Saya sedang memberi makan karena
Unlike many other venomous snakes that typically hunt rodents or birds, the King Cobra's body structure and digestive system have specially evolved to hunt and digest other snakes, including both venomous and non-venomous ones. Their cannibalization of their own kind, or snakes of similar size, is completely normal in the wild. Unlike vipers, which often bite and release to wait for the prey to die, the King Cobra bites and holds its target tightly. Their fangs are relatively short, so holding on tightly helps them pump the maximum amount of venom into the victim's body. The venom of the King Cobra is primarily a highly potent neurotoxin. Once injected, the venom will quickly lead to full-body muscle paralysis. For the rat snake, the ultimate tragedy is realizing that its muscular armor is completely useless, helplessly watching itself be turned into a limp rope, sliding right down the throat of the purger.
Dia masih kesulitan ya.
Kingsnake. Kingsnake, the dethroner, the ultimate terror of the most venomous fiends in the Americas. Possessing not a single drop of venom, nor a gigantic physique, this king still sits majestically at the top of the food pyramid thanks to a state-of-the-art biological armor, complete immunity to the brutal venom of the rattlesnake. The Kingsnake's weapon of destruction lies in its ruthless, superior mechanical constriction force, crushing the circulatory system and stopping the opponent's heartbeat in just a few dozen seconds. With an extreme cannibalistic nature, they turn the most formidable cold-blooded assassins into a crunchy snack, asserting their status as a brutal purger hidden behind brilliant scales. Biomechanical studies have shown that, relative to its body size, the kingsnake has the strongest constriction force of all snake species, stronger than even pythons or the rat snake itself. Their muscles are arranged in a special structure that helps generate immense pressure. This pressure squeezes the prey's heart to a stop, completely cutting off blood flow to the brain, causing the rat snake to die very quickly, even though it can be just as long and large as the hunter. Snake scales are overlapping and directed towards the tail. When swallowing from the head down, the surface of the prey's body will be extremely smooth, maximizing friction reduction. If swallowed from the tail or mid-body, the prey's scales and ribs will stand up in reverse, piercing the hunter's esophagus, causing organ damage or getting stuck, leading to death for both. Snakes have evolved a structure called the glottis, located at the bottom of the mouth right below the tongue. This cartilaginous tube can be extended and pushed completely out beyond the edge of the mouth. Thanks to this, even when the mouth is full of prey, the snake's airway remains clear, providing a continuous supply of oxygen to the muscles that are working at full capacity. Eastern indigo snake. The eastern indigo snake is one of the most impressive and unique snake species in North America. What sets this black giant apart is its incredibly brutal and reckless hunting style. They are professional venomous snake hunters, possessing complete immunity to the venom of the most toxic snakes in North America.
Snakes, cottonmouths, and other vipers.
They don't need to constrict their prey or wait for venom to take effect. Instead, They overwhelm their victims with lightning speed and a ruthlessly bone-crushing bite force.
With its powerful jaws. But good nutrition has given the feisty young python enough.
Unlike battles that use venom to finish off the opponent, these two gladiators are completely non-venomous. This is purely a contest of size, bite force, and the brutality of mechanical overpowering techniques. The rat snake is already a large snake by nature and the terror of rodents. But when placed next to an eastern indigo snake, the rat snake instantly becomes diminutive. The indigo snake has an incredibly violent and raw hunting style. It never bothers to constrict its prey. Its weapon of destruction lies in its jaws, which have an extremely powerful bite force and a robust skull. While the rat snake frantically wraps its body around the indigo snake in a desperate attempt to survive, the indigo snake completely ignores that constriction thanks to its thick sapphire scales and cold steel-hard musculature protecting its internal organs. The prey, just like that, slides right down the hunter's esophagus. King Cobra versus carpet python. This battle has no room for probing. It is a lightning-fast purge with an incredibly cruel ending. The carpet python is fast, but the King Cobra's reflex speed is on a whole other level. Once the carpet python is completely paralyzed and clinically dead, the King Cobra will leisurely loosen its bite grip. Use its tongue to flick for pheromones to relocate the carpet python's head and begin the swallowing process. When swallowing a snake almost as long as its own body, the King Cobra does not let the prey lay completely straight inside its stomach. The contracting force of the esophageal muscle rings is so strong that it will fold the prey's body into a wavy shape as soon as it passes through the throat. Yellow-bellied water snake versus frog. Possessing not a single drop of venom, nor the crushing muscular constriction of 10,000 pounds, this aquatic assassin still turns green frogs into a hearty meal through violent patience. Its weapon is a set of backward-curving, needle-like teeth, ruthlessly puncturing the prey's defensively inflated body, deflating and flattening the victim. Unlike terrestrial snakes that often swallow their prey from the head down to smooth out fur and feathers, water snakes, when catching a frog, usually swallow it starting from the two hind legs. Frog legs are very long and flexible. If swallowed from the head, the frog's two hind legs would spread outwards, acting like an anchor that hinders the swallowing force. By biting and swallowing the two hind legs first, The snake folds the frog's leg joints forward, turning the frog's body into a perfectly elongated shape to easily force it down the esophagus. What you have just watched shows that in the world of venomous snakes, venom and hunting instincts are not always directed outwardly.
The Kingsnake grabbed the patch nose just before the Kingsnake now positions itself and prepares to swallow.
When their own kind becomes the target, being just a moment too slow is enough for everything to change in an uncontrollable way. If you found this video fascinating, please hit like, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring many more dramatic wildlife moments. Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next video.